Hi, today I thought we'd do something a little different. I'm going to review these magnetic dry erase markers by Pen Gear. These are markers. They have a magnet. They're dry erase. They're not a pen, but they are gear. They come in 6 count with a fine tip. These are not a fine tip, I've used these. And there are 6 markers. They're low order, non-toxic. Also low odor. They're from Walmart. You should recycle these. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this. Okay, now we're gonna look at this shelf today, starting with the game Noctiluca, which I believe is how you pronounce that. This game is absolutely fascinating to me. I mean, they all kind of are. But in this one, you have a board that's like a pond. It has several different starting areas all around it, making a total of, if I'm remembering correctly, 12 areas. And you fill the board with dice of various colors and numbers. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to claim these dice to fulfill orders, because in the game, you're a local town healer using algae to create medicine, and you have to fill these bags with specific colors. Not numbers, just colors. But when you draft dice, you go in a straight line across this pond, and you say, I will take all the 6s. And so you take all the 6s, no matter the color, and you get to put them in your bags, and any you don't get to use, keep getting passed to the left until everyone who's used them can use them. You also earn specific bonus tiles for certain types of medicine you make. It's a lot of fun. Game ends after, I think, 2 rounds, so it's not a real long game, doesn't overstay its welcome, and it's got some good strategy. Next is Takenoko, one of my favorite games. Yes, partially because it has an adorable panda meeple, but in this one you have 3 different types of goals. You can grow the bamboo on the board to be certain heights, you can feed the panda certain things, or you can lay out tiles in certain ways. When the game starts, you'll start with the Emperor's Palace, which has water around it, and nothing else. And on your turn, you get to do 2 actions out of several. You can move the gardener around to grow things, you can place tiles down, you can draw new cards, you can move the panda to eat, or you can take irrigation tiles, because things can't grow unless they have water. So as the game goes on, you'll have to connect the other tiles to that central lake. When someone completes 11 goals, they get the blessing of the Emperor, and then everyone adds up their points. Super fun, super light game. Now, you may have noticed, I do like Ticket to Ride, a little bit, but over here where all the main games are. This is base Ticket to Ride right here. Kind of a rummy style game. You have goals. You build trains by matching the colors on the board, by collecting cards and making sets. If you don't complete your goals, you lose the points from those goals. Simple game, a lot of fun. Now we get to one that I find even more interesting, which is Markland. Markland added what's called a passenger mechanism to it. And with this one, next to certain cities, there's stacks of tiles with point orders descending. So if you build a route along a certain area of the game, you can send a passenger down that, and you will get points for sending passengers places to place. Europe introduced tunnels and is it tunnels or ferries? I believe it's tunnels. Tunnels and the station system. Now stations let you share a route with a player, so part of their route can count as your own, whereas before that would be impossible. So Europe is a little less confrontational, and you can share routes with people. The tunnels are an interesting addition. They make you pay extra cards to go through certain routes. Nordic. If you want the meanest one, get Ticket to Ride Nordic. This is for 2 to 3 players only. There are a couple places that only have like 1 or 2 ways into them. There's one route that's worth a ton of points and only has this one 7 train route to build to it. It is a mean, nasty game that I actually like quite a bit. Next time, we'll take a look at these expansions, and then this, which is not an expansion, it's just trains.